90% of the people I've used with don't like me, and I don't like them. We don't like each other. We use each other, and then that's it. You know, I play the game because I can afford it. You know, they nickel dime. You know, they're nickel baggers. They take 5 from here, 10 from there, and who cares? I'm not going to jail because you're doing all the legwork for me. You know, so it's like we're hurting each other, but who cares? I mean, they think they're making a jerk out of you, and you know you're making a jerk out of them. Who cares? It's all part of the game. But why even play it? Wow! Whoa! Look! I understand people shooting people at a council meeting for obviously it had to do with something the council was voting on or voted against, whatever. Shut up! You going to a council meeting and you're killing people? That's the best option you have? And let me tell you something. I focus on this because I got to tell you, I've spoken before about it. I've had 2 brain surgeries in my lifetime. I got bounced off a car 49 miles an hour. I was in a coma. There is no one that has an excuse to be crazier than I am. There is no one. I had 2 brain surgeries. I had a stroke during the second one. What? And you're crazier than me? No. You have no excuse. You have no excuse. My brain's been operated on twice, and you have no reason to be crazier than me. None. None. But what? None. But none. Let it go. In God we trust. These people only they ride bikes and eat rice. What could China? Come on. How do we oach them? Let me get me started. I mean, I think I should run for president. I really do. Tony Floyd. You know, call me up 561-533-6134. Give me push me a little bit. If I get enough calls, you know what? I'll run for president. Tony Floyd. We'll be at war every other week, but hey, look, things will get done. Things will get done. I mean, what are we letting these missiles whine? We gotta let them age? No, use them. Use them. Most of those missiles in the Cold War that Reagan had to buy to Russia are no good. So it was like wasted money. Let's use these missiles for crying out loud. Oh, and yeah, and the new coin. They're gonna take "In God We Trust" off it. There's no more "In God We Trust." They said on some of them you could see it small along the side or something, but they're taking it off the. I mean, and they say the whole foundation or the reason for finding the country had God revolving around it, but it was just people. I guess a lot of people were getting involved because not everybody calls God God. You got the Messiah, you got Allah, you got people call God different names. So obviously people have been call God different names. The same God, he's just got a bunch of names. He's got a bunch of aliases. And they were the people that were involved, and people that don't call him God were involved in against it. Shut up.
The information is completely accurate. So here we go.
We got to be accurate?
We have to be accurate with what we say. At least we have to be.
So I got to stop lying.
Dude, you just need to stop whatever it is you're doing. Put the pipe down, Tony, okay? That would be me right here with you on Coast 101.3 on The Eric Miller Show. You know,
why am I left out?
Well, because you, sir, are not even officially dubbed as the co-host, and you're lucky I let you talk, so sit quiet over there, will you?
All right,
thank you.
Get an elective that is a little more informative, like maybe a reading class or a non-credit class. They got.
What do you mean? They're not going to have to read to learn how to.
No, don't twist what I'm saying. No. I'm saying it's taking away from taking. It's taking away from taking another class. You know, when I took Dale Carnegie, let alone when I taught there, when I took Dale Carnegie, I could take that to college and get credits for that, internship credits for that, and I'm not doing it. 3.5 internship credits I can get. So that's one whole class right there, and I'm not doing it. You know why? Because Dale Carnegie is Dale Carnegie, and college, what I'm majoring in, is college. That's taken away from my education. It is. Instead of me taking another class that's in maybe another health class, so to speak. Come on, one class they're not gonna get a lot of credits for that. They're not gonna get 3 credits.
3 credits.
They're not gonna get 3 credits for that.
It's more than 3 credits, and
it's more than 3 credits.
Oh, it's a lot more.
That's
than
even
3
more
credits.
ridiculous then. if it's more than 3 credits.
First of all,
I get 3 credits for psychology. You're going to compare psychology to
Hang
greenskeeping?
on, my friend. The first thing that you need to learn in your young age is not to
Here we go, now with the belittlement at the young age. Let's focus on you a little bit more.
Well, then you need to hush, because you are speaking from an uneducated position.
And uneducated? I have a college degree.
Who did the interview this afternoon with the school board, me or you?
Oh. So that means I can't have an opinion?
You don't have all the facts.
You haven't given me all the facts. I'm commenting on what you've said so far.
No, I'm not going to argue with you on this. I am not going to argue with you on this. That is... No.
Don't worry, it's my age.
I am not going to let you suck me into this. Forget it. We're 12 minutes into this show.
I already had you.
We're not going down that road. No, thank you. No, thank you. This program is fantastic. I don't care what you say. And our folks at Martin County High are in Nashville tomorrow. Good job. Very good job. Kudos. Keep up the good. You know what the word culinary means?
Wait,
yeah,
give me a second. Is there a dictionary?
Wait, it has to go with wait. Looking at that belly,
I
think you understand culinary.
Is it in the cooking section in the encyclopedia?
It is in there. It is in there. That's correct. Very good.
Oh, okay.
Bravo. Kudos. So
he's here to build my confidence.
But again, now what do you think about a cooking program over there where we're teaching these kids fine art cooking, where they're doing
perfect? I think that is perfect.
So it's better that we're turning out cooks than we can turn out greenskeepers.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Because greenskeeping is not a skill. Cut the lawn and be quiet. Cooking is a skill.
The lawn.
Greenskeeping. I've been playing golf since I'm 8. I never saw a skill in greenskeeping. I never looked at a golf course and said, "Oh, look at the artiste working this golf course. It's beautiful." I've never done that. I've just seen the guy cutting the lawn and dealing with it. There's not an art or a skill in greenskeeping. That's like saying there's an art or a skill in pool cleaning.
Folks, I need your help on this. 344-1999. We're going to move on to some other topics here.
I disagree.
Well, you disagree, and we all have our opinions, and they're like armpits, and most of them stink. So before we get into that, our phones are ringing here. Let me go ahead and take this caller. They're so far few and in between.
Not too bad. Hey, I don't know if your friend there is aware, but actually Duke University has one of the finest landscaping and golf course maintenance programs in the country. So Duke University seems to take it seriously, and I'm sure that the gentleman there has a education that would put Duke to shame. I'm just sure of it. But it's a very serious science, and obviously he's played a lot of municipal courses or craft courses if he hasn't really, taken notice of good landscape architecture.
Yeah, you've taken too long.
I'm sorry. I was majoring in physical therapy. I apologize.
Very high grade science to it, and one of the other things.
I'm sure there is, but I mean, they're in high school. They're not going to learn you're not going to graduate high school and say, I'm going to go get a job at the local country club because, oh wait, I took landscaping in high school. Oh, okay, you're hired.
You know what, Tony?
Actually, yeah, you would.
No, you wouldn't. No, you would not.
But you'd be able to work your way up.
You gotta have a degree. You can't just have one class.
Well, Tony, you're right, and that's why those classes in high school, if you would listen long enough here and open that thick skull of yours for a second, the high school credits move them into post-secondary classes, which do help them get that degree. Opportunities for these kids. Now, it may not be a job that fits you, but, you should look at the salary levels.
I'm not belittling the job. I'm just belittling the fact that it's taken away from a college education.
No, they're getting a college education. They still have to take the core classes. I think you're missing the point.
No, I know they still do, but there are many electives in college that I even took. I took a class called Human Sexuality. It was a very hard class.
Is this where you came up with the chromosome theory that you can
No, that was in biology, actually.
That you can actually figure out.
That was in biology, actually.
Tony has this theory.
That was in biology.
Tony has this theory that Yeah. Let me tell him, Tony. Tony has this theory that you can actually tell if a person is a homosexual by doing a chromosome test.
Yeah, that's what my biology teacher said.
This kind of tells you the mentality that we're dealing with.
What is a chromosome?
Oh, gee.
I want to see how much you learned from what I tell you.
I am not going to stoop to your level on this, my friend.
Okay, all right, there we go.
We're moving on.
Okay.
Listen, let's get back to the whole child project. And this, argue with the math. You cannot argue with the science, and you can't argue with the data. And there are some very alarming statistics in there that go along with the drug and alcohol abuse in this family, or in this community. I mean, we are a big family. Oh, isn't that sweet?
That was the sweetest thing ever.
Oh, thank you, Tony. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Man.
Oh, it's the same thing on Military Trail. Oh, God. I was coming back from Delray today. Oh, my God. It was like a drive that normally takes me a half hour. Granted, it's season. Drive that normally takes me a half hour now.
Season, it hasn't even started yet, my friend.
No, believe me, down there it started. Believe me, the traffic is horrible now. And with the lights, a half hour ride that normally takes a half hour, I do this ride at least 2 or 3 times a week. It took me 45 to 50 minutes.
I will tell you that if you exceed the speed limit by several miles per hour, I have been told, because I would not do this myself.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Heaven's missing an angel tonight, I'll tell you.
Oh, heavens, I would not do that myself.
I'm Tony Floyd, WPBR. We got an interesting show today. Now, I'm changing my topic for a brief second. Now I'm going to add something in, because I just heard that PSA for underage drinking. I'm getting tired of the fact that people think underage drinking has to do with booze and drinking.
What does it have to do with that?
When you're using a substance, you want to escape reality. The point of that substance is what's going on with your situation is right now you're unhappy, and you have the inability and the strength to change it, so you start getting drunk. You figure, so you sit in your misery, but I'm drunk, so I'm not in reality, so it's not dealing with anything. And I'm getting so annoyed with people just, not accepting that there's more to it. Like I even it was a short time I was in AA.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there was a short time I was in AA for about a year. During it's just things got untenable. I mean, when I was working here too, I wasn't on the ball at the end at a certain point. And, I was good when I started. The first 6 months, I was excellent. But then, reality, it just wasn't what I wanted. So reality was rough for me. So I decided to start drinking and using drugs. And then I went to AA probably for about 6 months. Maybe a little bit longer. And then I just said, the heck with it. I didn't like the fact that no one was addressing, there's a problem with reality. There's something you don't want to deal with. That's why you're escaping. Nobody escapes anything they're happy from. Nobody gets ossified to celebrate. Nobody normal, anyway. It annoys the hell out of me. No one wants to focus on all the other issues that are causing this underage drinking. I hardly ever drank when I was in high school. Smoked a lot of weed, but I hardly ever drank. I'm not promoting weed either, because I think pot is the same thing. Only difference is a little less withdrawal, but it's reality. I mean, when I was smoking the pot every day, my left arm used to shake constantly. My left arm used to go all the time. So obviously reality was not fun for me. Concentrating was not one of my biggest. It's hard to concentrate with your left arm going psycho, shaking all over. How are you going to concentrate? How are you going to be comfortable? How are you going to be comfortable with you? So what do you do when you're not comfortable with you? What do you want to do? You want to get out of you. And that's what alcohol and drugs does. But you escape, you're gone, you're away. Even ask Marcus. He used to see the condition I used to show up at work. It's just reality was just too much. I wasn't happy. I wasn't doing what I wanted. I wasn't where I wanted to be. Blah, blah, blah. And that's why I drank. I don't drink now because reality is much better. I'm in control more. I like more of what's going on. So then I decided not to drink. We don't have to touch pot. But, it's just on occasions, but not really. And I see it's a shame because I see it my cousin. He's doing exactly what I did in my 20s. Just going nuts. Just going nuts. And it's a shame because it changes you. And if it's changing you, if your thinking has changed, how are you going to know what you're thinking? You don't know. It's the way you think now. You can't tell if you're thinking differently. No, you don't have a clue. But I'm hoping it's just a 20s thing. Because, I go to his apartment, and it looks like mine used to when I was in my 20s. A mess. A complete mess. I mean, I remember, thank God I had an Italian mother, because when we were just getting out of hand, I just invite Mom over. Say, hey, Mom, what are you doing? You know, because Italian mothers clean. They can't stop cleaning. That's what they clean. So I used to just invite her over when my apartment was messy. But that's my thoughts on underage drinking. I just want to address that because I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that. These kids are drinking and dyeing their hair blue and piercing their faces because something's not right in their world. So instead of judging them like these baby boomers love to do, instead of judging them, ask them what's wrong. Ask them what's wrong. Don't tell them, don't drink because of this. Don't smoke pot because of this. Don't. Because did you listen? When someone tells you not to do something, that's just like telling me to do it. And, I mean, come on. Address what's going on. Hey, go to your kid, you know, why are you drinking? What's up? What's going on that you're not comfortable with? Because that's what alcohol does. It makes you comfortable. Anyway, that was a little random thought. I had to address that because I'm tired of that crap. But anyway, I was reading an article on Rudolph Giuliani in Newsweek. And I gotta tell you something, being raised by old school Italians and coming from a very Italian family, you would think that I'd be in favor of Giuliani, right? Hate him.
Right.
Hate him. I hate Giuliani. I can't stand him. And I'll tell you what. First off, he made a name for himself by going after the Italian mob. His own people.
Well, that was his job. He was what? Not district attorney. He was prosecutor.
But
right.
In New York, especially in Brooklyn, where he was first born, you got the Russians in there.
Yeah,
you didn't go after the Russians. They own Brooklyn.
Right. Now they're right.
They've owned Brooklyn since I was a kid.
Right.
He never went after the Russians. He never went after the Chinese, who are all over Chinatown, and they're crazy.
Right.
Never went after the Cubans.
How about the Jewish mob over there in Brooklyn?
Oh yeah, he never went after them either.
Mm-hmm.
Why go after just your own people? And it's not like he even investigated this situation. He used the book Joe Bonanno wrote when he went on the I guess when he turned rat. When I don't know much about the Bonanno story, but I know he was in the mob. He went he turned informant, ran on everyone, and wrote a book. That's what Giuliani used to prosecute all these people. He didn't even investigate it himself. He used a book.
So he
Somebody
used
else's work.
Joe Bonanno's book to
Yeah.
prosecute everybody. Okay, see, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, that's where he got all the names from.
Mm-hmm.
And my real hate for Giuliani, I can picture grabbing his head and just crushing it. This is how much I hate this guy. When the stock market crashed in 1987, remember that whole insider trading thing with those two guys?
Insider trading, yes, sir.
They worked for a company called Drexel Burnham.
Right, so.
One of the biggest companies on Wall Street. My father was one of the vice presidents of that company.
Okay, yeah.
My father worked his butt off to get to where he was on Wall Street, and he was with the top guys on Wall Street. My father, you know, he didn't mess around when it came to stocks. And now, he's vice president now. He was out of work for a year after that because Giuliani wanted to pick apart and find the company because the two morons who moved to California got in trouble for the same thing. He put one of the biggest companies on Wall Street out of business. And then people want to wonder why is the economy so bad?
You blame it on Giuliani?
I don't blame it all on Giuliani, but he helped cripple it.
He helped cripple it.
Drexel Burnham was as big as Morgan Stanley back then.
So we're still recovering from '87, you're saying?
We never have.
Never have, okay.
Because that was a horrible crash. I remember coming home from school that day, and my mother was in front of the TV with old paper. I spoke about this last time. She was freaking out. And I said, what? No, I was a kid. I said, well, what's going on? The stock market's crashing. And she's on the phone because she couldn't use my father to trade her stocks.
That's
inside trading.
Right.
So she would have to call her broker and this, that, get rid of this, get rid of that. She can't talk to my father at all.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. My father can't even give her advice.
Speaking about that, what do you think about Martha Stewart then? Was she treated fairly?
I don't know all the details on Martha Stewart.
Okay.
If you want, chime in with some if you know any.
No. You just brought up insider trading, and she just.
Oh yeah. That's right. She was doing that.
Right. She just clicked into my mind.
Yeah, that's
figured
right.
out your mother couldn't even talk to your father in the same house.
Oh, they couldn't talk about stocks at all.
Well, that's what you say, and I'm gonna believe you.
So am I.
Okay. But she just came in my mind with the insider trading. And,
No, but seriously, she had her own trader. She really, she used to call and say, buy this, buy it. I mean, really, because my father wouldn't even cheat on his golf game. I mean, my father was a real
like
man.
you mentioned
he had
that
nothing
last
to do with that.
You mentioned that last week. He was a real straight arrow.
Yeah, oh yeah, he was. And he knew one of the guys. He didn't know the other one. He knew one of the guys of him, and he said nobody liked him. Nobody liked this guy. I mean, the guy was a miserable, and then he caused to be a miserable. What? Oh, I'm not in the camera? How you doing? All right, now I'm in the camera. Well, I'm glad I wasn't in the camera before, because I didn't have any clothes on when I first came on. You know, we can get in trouble for that, couldn't we?
Yeah, we could, Tony Floyd.
That's not. I mean, if we have a license for that, I mean. What,
right. Even though we're on the internet, we don't promote nudity.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was in the studio. That's right. No nudity on WPPR.
You remember them memos, huh?
Yeah, I do on that. I used to see it on the wall.
That's because the club was, well, no, not the club. The massage parlor was right down.
Oh, right next to. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, too bad that wasn't open longer.
Yeah.
I tell you, oh man, I used to see it, and there was no alcoholic beverages either in the studio. I remember that, which is why I drank before I came. You see, I abide by the rules.
Right.
I don't mess around when it comes to.
Well, that's always been the standard FCC law. You know, when people get them spirits in them, can you imagine if radio hosts were allowed to embody the spirits while they were on the air? Man,
oh, that's a law.
Oh yeah. Happy fine, loss of license and stuff. Yeah.
Really? Oh wow.
Immediate termination.
Really? Good thing I wasn't on the air before. Jeez.
Okay, bro.
Wow. Wow. And then I'm reading the article, and you're gonna laugh. As much as I hate this man, and as much as someone like that makes me ashamed to say I'm Italian, really. This guy, I'm reading the article, and I never knew this. I'm reading the article. This guy grew up in the same town I grew up in. Garden City, Long Island. That's the same town I grew up in. He went to some Catholic school. My mother tried that in high school on me. It lasted like 2.5 months. I'm not Catholic school material, which is why I'm on the air. I just don't think, I'm not a big believer in religion. I'm a big believer in God. I love God. I'm just not a believer in religion. So I guess you could say I'm spiritual as opposed to religion, or however you want to word it. I hate everybody equally. I'm a real old school New Yorker. I just don't care. Whatever. If you're not in my backyard, whatever. Do what you gotta do. I hate Giuliani a little bit more than everyone else does. I can't stand him. I really, and I hope I will vote, because I don't vote. I will vote to vote against Giuliani.
But it got to be more reasons. It got to be more reason than because he went and prosecuted Italians. You know.
Well, no, you got to remember too. I mean, that was just